Ken, that was a magnificent performance, but you lost. How devastating is it?
It's a good description. It was a great game of footy, but one side ended up losing by 3 points. Small margins game we play, and that's the result we get. Proud of the effort, proud of the performance. Really disappointed we lost. Don't like losing. Simple.
There's a fair few elements in it. Ken, do you feel you cost yourself in that second quarter, or do you cost yourself around stoppage by giving the Bulldogs a chance to score as they did?
Oh, there's no doubt the stoppage score in the end was the difference in the game, but it was as I said, when you get a small margin game like that, we had our opportunities. They took their opportunities. In the end, you get separated by 3 points.
What did you think of that second quarter with sort of dominating in front of your goal front but only getting 2 goals?
I don't mind playing footy like that. I just wish we could have scored a few more times. But usually, if you can maintain that for the full game, you'll end up winning the game of football. Obviously, we're playing a high quality team today, and they fought back.
A lot of your players really stood up today, Brad Hebert and so on and so on. Is there anyone in particular that you thought could have almost won the game for you?
Oh, no, you'll never, collectively, that's the only way you're going to win those games. And, we were pretty good over the course of the game. Unfortunately, as I said, the small margin at the end, you don't look for one bit of magic play. You actually look at all the pieces, and as I said to the players, it's a small margins game. If we look at it really in real detail, we'll all have found somewhere where we could have done a little bit more at the right time, and unfortunately, we just didn't get it done.
Do you finish that game feeling like your momentum's continuing to build?
Yeah, we've been playing pretty good footy.
Yeah.
I don't mess around. I'll tell you the way it is. We've been playing good footy, and we haven't got the result we wanted today, but we've been building. Pleased with our effort. I thought our people would go home today, and they'd never go home happy, poor people, when you lose, but they'd go home today knowing that the team, a good crowd, they'd go home today knowing that their boys had a real crack at it. They'll be disappointed that we lost as they are and as I am.
And you've spoken before about the vibe that you get from your players during the week or after a game or whatever. When you look into their eyes after a game like that, do you see that belief continuing to build?
Yeah, they know they played a pretty strong game of football today. We played a top 4 football side today, and it was a cracking game of football. As I said, if I wasn't connected to this game and I sat there and watched it, I'd go away. That was a good game of footy.
Is there a greater emphasis on tackling and tackling pressure, or is it just a better execution now from the group?
We're a really good tackling side, though, Rich. I reckon if you look at the numbers over the course of the year, we're right up the top when it comes to tackling. We've been 1 or 2 games where we haven't been where we wanted to, but I thought we tackled really fiercely all day.
3 games now, Ken, in the last 5 weeks. You've lost close ones, 13 points total. What does it say, perhaps, about Port Adelaide being able to play well but also finish the job?
Not much. Pretty good footy team. We've been in pretty good form over the last 5 weeks. We've lost small margins games, and if you want to, you drill down, you go, there's a couple of little times where you could have got it better and turned the result around. Luke, I'm sure, has been in here and been pretty pleased with his performance, but as I said, if it was flipped around the other way by 4 points, I thought he would have been still pretty happy with the way they played.
Luke actually said it's the highest pressure game that they've encountered for some time. Do you take anything out of that? Or?
Look, if you look at the numbers, it tells you all year that we've been a really good pressure team. Not just when we're winning, we actually stay in the fight. So we play Port Adelaide football most of the time. There's been 2 or 3 games this year that we let everyone down, including ourselves. We let ourselves down. But outside of that, you would say this football team has a real crack when they go out there to play. They don't give up. It's a catchphrase that we've used, isn't it? We don't give up. We stick to it. And when it's going bad, we keep going.
Can that game that goes on between coaches to get a mismatch, you had a good match-up of Cracker and Stringer, forces Luke to have to change it. What were you thinking in that last quarter as to how you could get it level again?
Oh, I know. You take Stringer out of their forward line, that works for us, I reckon. And look, he's a high-quality player. He's a pretty special player, the one he gets away that wins them the game, really. So, sometimes you acknowledge that doing a good job at some point maybe costs you in another, because he shifts into a different area of the ground and he makes a play that he wouldn't normally have many opportunities to make.
Given the pressure of the game, you must have been pleased with the young players, because your rookies really stood up. They thought they did very well. Yeah,
as I said, I think our whole team and their whole team was a highlight game. If you look over the course of the year, there wouldn't be too many games played like that, I don't think. And both teams could go away saying they performed very close to their best. Unfortunately, one wins, one loses.
What gets you on the other side of the ledger then, from being a good side but losing to being a good side and winning? What's going to get you over the other side of that counter?
Sticking to it. Just sticking to it. Being diligent to the very last second of every game, and you know what you do, because what everyone looks at is the last quarter, don't they? Well, the last 10 minutes in a 3-point game. What did we do in the first quarter, in the first 3 or 4 minutes that we perhaps should have been doing better at that time? You know, you got to look at the whole game, the sum of the whole, not just the bit at the end. All good?
Thanks. Appreciate it.